Hey, what's going on? Got a couple things I'll cover with you in this video. One, crypto kicks in Cardano possibility, and then I'm going to cover a little bit of SmartCash, SwiftCash, and Bitcoin Confidential. I know, another Bitcoin. Anyway, so happened to catch an article today about Cardano and what they're doing with the government in Ethiopia. So they're trying to set up financial services and voting and some different things over in Ethiopia to digitize them and make them verifiable and, trustless, which I think is great. I think third world countries for stuff like that can see adoption with blockchain cryptocurrency solutions much quicker and easier than what industrialized countries are, just because we don't necessarily need it. Is it better? Yes. Is it more efficient? Yes. Is it better for the people? Yes. However, those places need a solution. They don't even have a legacy solution. So I think that's massive. But at the end of the article, I think it was on the Bitcoinist, maybe. Don't quote me. I'll figure it out and put it in the article below, or in the description below. So check it out. But anyway, the last thing that Charles Hoskinson said is that they signed an MOU with a large shoe manufacturing company to prevent what? To prevent people selling crappy shoes. So people aren't, buying knockoffs that they know that was actually confirmed. So what I'm sitting here thinking, and I talked about, maybe I mentioned this before about crypto kicks, what could they be doing? What could Nike be doing with it? And the other thing I found out is a patent for the crypto kicks has, they're going to use it. When you file for these patents like that, then you have to say whether you're going to use it or not, so to speak. So they're going to use this crypto kicks one way or another. I thought initially, this is my thoughts, is that the whole resale industry of shoes is massive. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry with people buying Nike shoes for $250, $300, $400, $500, $600, and then people keep them nice and clean, and then they're like, all right, I'm done with them. I'm going to trade them in. They don't trade them into Nike, they trade them into these other companies. So that's what my initial thoughts were. And when you tie it into, the possibility of the blockchain keeping things from being a knockoff on the original, then, hey, it could happen. I'm just saying. If it's Cardano, great, because I like Cardano. I like ADA. I like what they're doing. They got a lot of good stuff going on. So I think that's important. So I'll stick the link to that article. The other thing I'm going to cover with you is SmartCash. And I'm definitely have talked about SmartCash before. I think they're doing a lot of good things for adoption. They have their smart card. They work with businesses and all over South America, especially Brazil, with their point-of-sale machines where people swipe their credit cards. People can spend their SmartCash. So they got a lot of good things going. SmartCash was kind of like a clone. It wasn't a fork of Dash, but it was like a clone of Dash. They looked at what Dash did. They did well, but they saw some of the downfalls, so they wanted to build on that. And originally, SmartCash had privacy option built into it. They eliminated it because they wanted people to actually use the currency. So you have to make a decision with that, because in a short term, I don't think businesses would want to accept a privacy coin, probably for a number of reasons. They're worried about regulations and some other things. So anyway, back in the fall, some stuff happened with SmartCash with some of the guys that were involved with it from the beginning or early on. And they just didn't quite agree with where things were going, or some of the people that had more of a say-so in SmartCash. They didn't agree with that direction, so they decided, I think it was in October, November time, that SwiftCash came about. So what they did with SwiftCash, they made a proof of stake instead of proof of work like SmartCash. And their inflation rate and some other things are adjusted. So it's a little bit more fair of a distribution to anybody that comes into SwiftCash now. And they have a low amount of coins that are out there now, and it'll just gradually go up. Unlike where Bitcoin and some of the other coins were very high at the beginning, they wanted to get the liquidity out there. So there's two exchanges you can get that on right now, Crex24 and Escodex. Do I see an opportunity for SwiftCash? Yeah, I mean, any of these coins and blockchains have an opportunity. And their community's starting to build up now. I see their Telegram channels busier and busier, and Discord's getting busier, so that's a plus. I don't have a firm stance one way or the other on what SmartCash was doing and what SwiftCash decided to do. I'm like blockchain agnostic. It doesn't matter to me. I want them all to succeed. So let's go back to SmartCash. Back in December, they said, hey, you know, there is a real place for privacy coins. Why not the guys that were developing SmartCash? Why don't we fork off of SmartCash and we'll do a privacy-centered coin, but we'll make it completely private. So one of the things that you can go check out and see how they compare to the likes of Monero. I want to say they compared themselves to Dash or something else, but Monero wasn't always a privacy coin, so there is some exposure to who had what they did with it. Bitcoin Confidential, from its Genesis block, from when it was created and decided to go live, is you have to use the confidential transactions. There's no way of getting around it. It's proof of stake. And you can go check out the interest rates. The interest rates are actually high to start, and then they go down. But if you had SmartCash prior to December 15th, you could get Bitcoin Confidential at a 10-to-1 ratio. So if you had one SmartCash, you got 10 Bitcoin Confidential. So, it's something to think about, but if you're thinking about using a privacy coin, this might be a very good privacy coin to use. Even maybe more so than something like Monero. Only because there's some, faults with Monero. And I like Monero. It's probably my favorite privacy-centered coin. I like the guys behind it that are developing it. They're like original gangsters. Like them. Plus they hang out with Charlie Lee too. Anyway, Bitcoin Confidential could have its place, and it could be valuable and all in good time. The other thing they did is they used Bitcoin's code with this. So why does that matter? Well, I'm telling you exactly why it matters. Is the Lightning Network, whether people like it or whether they don't, is coming, and it's going to happen. It's being developed. It's being worked out. It's being distributed as we speak. And then you have atomic swaps. And you have submarine swaps. So you can do all kinds of crazy things if your cryptocurrency uses Bitcoin's code. And that's important. So you could potentially see people actually being able to use whatever Bitcoin-related cryptocurrency in the future with merchants, and the merchant ends up getting Bitcoin out of it, or Litecoin, or whatever it ends up being. Maybe by then there's a stable coin based off of Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know what'll happen with all of that. Time will tell. So, if you want to get Bitcoin Confidential, it literally just went live last week on Friday, so it's basically about a week old. They were hoping to have it out by the end of the year, but they wanted to get the wallet up and running. You can actually cold stake your coins if you have a virtual private server, which most costs about $5 a month, but then you don't have to worry about keeping your computer open and staking your coins that way. So I know some of this is a little bit technical, but I wanted to share with you those coins that, you know, they are available. They may be worth picking up. They're still young. You know, you never know what could happen. Maybe some people like the idea of SwiftCash, and because it was a fork of SmartCash, they could do a lot of the things that SmartCash is already doing. So, just throwing that out there. And again, I don't know if Cardano, Nike are hooking up. That could be a huge, huge, huge boost to Cardano. Maybe push the price of Cardano up through the roof. So, anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. It is Thursday, May the 2nd. If you are new to watching my channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. And obviously, if you're subscribed, just, you know, if you're watching it, smash the like button, because that helps get the video out to other people. And if you can, and you're on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want to share this, please go ahead and do so. I'm here to educate. I'm here to help. You have questions, ask me in the comments below. You don't like what I said, please comment. You like what I said and want to add something, comment to that. If you want me to cover something, I'll cover it. Guys, I've been doing this for 2 years. Well, studying the blockchain and cryptocurrency for 2 years. I doubt there's something out there that I don't know about or haven't heard or haven't at least looked at. I may not have researched every freaking thing out there, but I can tell you I know a lot. A lot. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, can you send me some info on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? I want to get in. I want to read more about it and kind of dive into it. And I'm like, where the heck do I even start? You know, like I always tell people, read the white paper, because that's where it makes sense. Read Bitcoin's white paper, and you're not going to get all the technical stuff out of it. But when you read it and you take the bigger ideas and the concepts that were put together in Bitcoin's white paper, it'll make sense. So, anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.